All right, here we go. Bring it in. Happy New Year, everybody. Give me 5. Today I'm going to show you guys what Koreans eat on the New Year's Day. This right here, this is rice cake. Pretty hard stuff. And we make soup out of this. So what we eat for greeting the New Year is called rice cake soup. I know it doesn't sound very appealing, but when it's done, it's gonna look really tasty. And the reason why we make rice cake soup is for a couple of reasons. One, it's tradition, and it tastes good. And yeah, I could get into it, but it's gonna be really long, and let's just leave it at that. It tastes great. So in order to make this soup, we're gonna be needing our rice cake. I'm gonna be cooking with some ground beef. Each and every household has different ways of cooking their own traditional food, and I like mine with beef. We're gonna be eating some scallions. I got some seaweed, but this is for garnishing. Totally optional. We got an egg. And lastly, the cheat code. This right here is bone stock, cow bone stock. And they sell these in stores. You could get this really cheap too. They cost like $1. I could make my own stock, but that's gonna take hours. And yeah. Well, I'm all about less work and more flavor. All about that low expectation. Bruh. I'm gonna start with cutting up some rice cake. Now I'm just gonna cut it my own way, which is just regular way of cutting, like so. And I'm going to slice up some green onions for garnishing. Now this is just for me, so I don't need to slice a whole lot. And I'm beating up an egg now. You know what I think about when I beat up an egg? Nothing. Let's get a small pan. Oops. Personally, I'm not a fan of using 2 pans, but I do it for my subscribers. Or the people who are watching. Thank you. Oil our pan a little. Not a whole lot. Cook like a pancake. Thin one. Go around. Right there. If I can do this, you can do this too. And slight bit of pepper. And as you can see, it's nicely cooked. I gotta flip it. Just gotta flip it like so. There you go. A little overcooked. It's all good. And when this is done, we cool it. Alright, so our pan is hot. Now I'm not gonna put any oil in it. I'm just gonna put some beef. I'm just gonna dump some beef in it. And I'm gonna brown these. Now again, no need for any oil, because these will actually have more oil than I need. So they're just gonna let the natural oil out, and it's gonna taste great. Now as I brown these, what I like to do, turn my heat up, is just simply add some pepper and soy sauce. That's it. No salt. Soy sauce already has enough sodium. I don't need no more than that. Later on, after the soup is done, and when it gets to final tasting, then I'll probably add maybe a little bit of salt to kind of balance out the flavor. Man, I sound super professional, no?
Yeah.
Alright. And a tablespoon of soy sauce. Boom. And that's how we brown the meat. Alright, so our meat is browned, nothing burnt. This guy, dump it in. And then I'm also going to add in my rice cake here. These are already very, very hard. So you want them to be cooking together with the soup. And we're going to let that boil. Now while that's boiling, get our egg. We'll roll this up. Slice these into strips. And look at that. Looks great. Very simple, very easy to make garnish. You know, they're yellow. And this right here is the most dangerous part about making this dish. You may laugh, but I'm telling you, you really want to be careful with using scissors. One snip, you may not have a finger anymore. And this requires unbelievable amount of attention and effort. I'm serious. If you don't believe me, ask your Asian moms. Bam! You can actually buy it like this too. So, soup is almost done, but here's an important part that I do all the time when I make soup, especially when I'm using meat like this that actually has a high amount of fat in it. You'll see that when you make soup with these, you can see how there's this oil, this layer of oil floats up. I like to take these out. You know, gotta watch my health. And before we move on to the plate, I'm gonna give this a bit of a taste and to see if the rice cake is soft enough. Look at that. You see? Oh, that's nice. That's really soft and nice. Now, give it a little taste with the broth. That soy sauce did its job. But I'm going to add just a slight bit more salt. Okay. And that's it. We got our egg strips put on top, like so. All right, and lastly, the one that was the most difficult to make. Seaweed strips on top. And there you have it. Korea's own New Year special rice cake soup. And you know I gotta have a side of kimchi for this. Gonna mix these up together. Looks great, doesn't it? Now, for some reason in Korea, we believe that when we eat this soup for the New Year's, we actually end up getting a year older. Truth be told, we still get a year older anyway. But I guess it is to deal with a better feeling of, I don't know, getting old sucks. Well, getting old sucks, but certainly tastes good. So I really hope you enjoyed the recipe. I also would like you to appreciate the comedy that I'm trying to make with this. I know that there really isn't much to this, but you know, if I made you laugh or smile at least one time while you watch my cooking videos, I think my job is well done. Thank you for watching again. I hope you subscribe and like, and let me know if you tried it. Let me know if you tried it, and if you didn't like it, I'm sorry. Please come back to the next video. If you did like it, or if you used any variation of this, you're more than welcome to put it on the comment box. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and Happy New Year to you again. Happy 2025, everybody. Bye-bye.